Please recite a Surah Fatiha for the Shuhada of Islam and your marhumeen. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما بقية الله الأعظم روحي وأرواح العالمين له الفداء رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري وَأَحْلُلْ عُقْدَةً مِّن لِّسَانِي يَفْقَهُوا قَوْلِي. Superpower. Everyone dreams of having it, and movies are made about it. People inspire to it. Everyone wants to be powerful. In fact, they want to have superpowers. And really, it's something that's not idealistic, it's something that's not fictional, it's actually real. You have incidents of people who have superpowers in real life. Now, obviously, what you see in the movies is somewhat of a stretch and a fantasy, but in real life, there is a superpower that is meant for human beings. And really, we need to find that superpower. Why? Because in life, as we go through life and when we do things in life, there are certain situations where we see that the problems and difficulties become overwhelming. And the only way to deal with it is by having powers and extreme powers where you can overcome it. Without it, it's not possible. And this is why we need to see that all of us have the potential of having a superpower. All of us have the ability to do that. But because we don't know what it is, and we don't know how to come about it or what it's called, we never pay attention to it. We might have it, but we might not pay attention to the fact that we can be powerful, that we can have a superpower that helps us to overcome any sort of difficulties or any sort of obstacle that we can face in life. And hence, when we look at this, what is that superpower? So I want to just give that out. In Islam, Allah mentions it in the Quran, a superpower that He has given to human beings, and everyone has the chance to receive it. Now, we need to decide for ourselves, do we want to know it, first of all, what it is, and do we want to have it? So, I'm going to teach a word that many of you know, but some of you might not know, especially the youngsters here. If you pay attention, we're talking about having a superpower that you can use in order to overcome any problem in life. In fact, you can achieve amazing things. And you can do amazing things. Because when you look at superpower, really, a lot of times we attribute superpower to things that have to do with muscle and brawn only. For example, why is Superman a superhero? Is because of the fact that he is made up of steel. Now, and that's what makes him something that you want to inspire to, let's say. But really, is that real superpower? Is that a power? Or is there something deeper than that, greater than that, that makes us a human being? When you look at the prophets and the Imams, they were superhuman beings. They were not just human beings, they were superhuman beings who were able to go through any sort of difficulty and hardship with ease, without any problem, without any hiccup. They were able to do great things without anything like that. For example, when you look at Imam Ali, he was able to achieve all these greatness and all these achievements with ease. It wasn't that he had a hard time doing it, it was very easy. So there's a superpower that he had. A superpower that he had that made him do that. When you look at, for example, all our Imams, no matter who it is, you will see that whatever they've been to, Imam Hassan, he was in situations that were so bleak and so bad and so wrong that if anyone was in there, they would give up, quit, and just fold. But Imam Hassan stood there. He stood there and he stood strong. And you would be surprised to know that how is that possible that he's able to do that? It's because he had a superpower in him. Imam Hussein, same thing. Went through so much and we know about him a lot more. Now when we know about Imam Hussein a lot more, there's a superpower that he had that helped him to get through this. And here's the interesting thing. You also have it. You also have that superpower. But it's not as strong as theirs. It's not as strong as theirs. They have it in large quantity. You have it in a smaller quantity, but you can increase it. You can make it better. So I'm talking about today a superpower that Allah has made for human beings. And that's why when we learn Islamic things or ideology, a lot of times because it's not presented in the right way, we fail to realize the actual reason why it's there. And that's why a lot of these things that I mentioned to you right now, I'm trying to give you the idea of what it is so that you can understand it. There's a superpower that Allah has meant for human beings, and you can increase it. And once you increase it, you will see that greatness is easy. That going through no matter what difficulty is easy. And it's a superpower that Allah has put in everyone, and it's also inside of you. Do you want to know what that is? How much do you want to know what that is? And then when you know it, then obviously the second question will come, do you want to increase it? So very good. So you want to know what it is, right? What is a superpower that we all have that Ahlul Bayt had in a very large quantity and that made them superheroes? Truly they were superheroes. Fantasy aside, mythical things aside, in real life, in real history, what Imams have achieved, what the infallibles have achieved is beyond any explanation. That's why when you look at that, you can't even write a script that would justify, that would come close to describing the great achievements that the Imams have made. Even if you want to write it, it doesn't come and really do justice to what they have done. And that's why, look at this thing. What is that superpower? Let's get into that with loud salawats. The superpower that we all have, that Ahlul Bayt had in large quantity, is called tawfiq. Tawfiq is a superpower. That's what it is. A lot of times we use this word, and many of us have used it, tawfiq. We make dua for each other. May Allah increase your tawfiqat. What are we saying? What does that mean? What is the meaning of tawfiq? And if you really pay attention to it, you will understand that. When you know the definition for what is tawfiq, you will see, wow, this is what it means. This is the actual reality of what it is. Tawfiq is truly a superpower that Allah has given us that can help us to do great things. And we all have it to an extent. We can increase it if we want to. So this is what I want to explain today. Tawfiq, what it is. What is it and what does it do to us? What does it make it? What does it do inside of us? So when you look at the word tawfiq itself, Tawfiq itself, it is something that has to do, it's something that makes you successful. Tawfiq is a something that makes you successful. It makes you successful. Now, a lot of times when you see the word tawfiq, we have it in many places. It is, for example, truly the ability to make us successful, to bring us to salvation. That's what it is. Now, what exactly it is, let me just define it for you. When we say, for example, may Allah give you more tawfiq, may you increase in tawfiq from Allah. So there's tawfiq min Allah, tawfiq that comes from Allah. What is this tawfiq? In the words of the Quran, Quran defines tawfiq as ease, to make something easier, to make something easy. When we say that Allah give me tawfiq, it means that Allah make the journey of my life easy. Whatever I'm doing in life, make it easy. Give me that ability by which life and this journey becomes easy on me. When you see the actual reason for tawfiq, you will see that anytime you will see it, that when something, you will see one thing is hard for someone to do and it's easy for someone to do. For example, prayer. For someone, it's very difficult to pray. It's like a burden that they have to carry. Just making 2 rakat prayer is like, oh my God, 2 rakat prayer. And you see they're sluggish. They are like trying to get through it. It's like a torture for them. And for some people, it's very easy. They can go on half an hour praying without any problem. Why is that? Basic reason is that this person has tawfiq and this person doesn't. Tawfiq is the ability that Allah gives us, that He makes it easier for us. Makes things easier for us. When you say Allah gives you tawfiq, it means Allah make it easier on you. May Allah make things easy for you. That's the idea of tawfiq. It is an ability that Allah gives you to deal with any situation. Tawfiq, again, you'll understand it when I now explain it. Tawfiq has two aspects. But before I do, tawfiq has two aspects. A positive aspect and a negative aspect. Positively, tawfiq is that which helps you to do the following things. I'll list them out. 1, it inclines you towards good things. When you say Allah give me tawfiq, Allah make me incline towards doing good things. For example, when the center asks for donation, it's an opportunity to do good. So tawfiq is what? When Allah makes it easier for me to do it, to go forward and do it. Take the advantage of it. That's what it means. If you see that you have the ability or you have the opportunity to cook for believers, for Allah's creation, then if you have the inclination to do that and the urge to do that and the motivation to do that, it means you have tawfiq. And if you don't have the inclination, that you're running away from this responsibility, then it means you don't have tawfiq. Meaning you have it very little. If you had more, you would be doing this more. That's the idea of tawfiq. So the number one thing that it does is that it inclines us to doing good things. Number 2 thing that it does is that it means when Allah gives us the means to achieve good things. Okay, a lot of people have the urge to do it. I want to cook food for the masjid. But then what happens is I don't have the means to do it. Neither do I have the money, for example, Or if it's not the money, I don't know how to cook. You know? So now what do I do? What should I do? I want to do it. Again, what does it mean? When you say, may Allah give you tawfiq, Allah also give me the means by which I can do good things. I can do these things. I can cook food. I can give food. You need to do it also. I want to go for Hajj. It's $10,000. It's not easy. So what happens? Allah, give me tawfiq to go for Hajj. What does that mean? Allah, give me the means by which I can go. That's what it means. I want to go for ziyarat, every time that I could. But what happens? I can't afford it. So when you say, may Allah give you tawfiq, it means Allah, give me the means to do this. So the second meaning of tawfiq is means. Wasila, or wasila, to do things. The means to do things. Number two. Number three, the meaning of tawfiq is to understand the knowledge, divine knowledge, the knowledge of Allah better. You will see that a lot of people, if I read one ayat for you, Qul huwallahu ahad. What does that mean? What does that mean? If I ask each and every one of you, I will get a different answer from each and every one of you. So what does that mean? It means that our understanding of this knowledge is different. It's not the same. So when you have more tawfiq, you have a deeper understanding. When you have less tawfiq, you have less of an understanding. We all love Ahlul Bayt. But is our love at the same level? Of course it's not. Some people love more than others. Some people love more than others. Why? Because they have the tawfiq of understanding Ahlul Bayt more than others. Tawfiq is that. The third meaning of tawfiq from Allah is that you increase, Allah help me to understand your knowledge, to understand who you are. This is what it means. Third thing. The fourth thing it means is that, yes, I want to do something good. Allah give me the tawfiq to do it, means help me to practice easier. Make this practice easier. Whether it is obligations, whether it's mustahabat, make it easy for me. Make it such that I have no problems doing it. I feel like doing it. As much as I can do it. Can we do that? This is the meaning of tawfiq, the positive meaning of tawfiq. The negative meaning of tawfiq is, which means the opposite of that, is the lack of tawfiq. The lack of tawfiq, the cause for lack of tawfiq is continuous sinning. When you sin continuously and keep on sinning, sin upon sin upon sin, guna upon guna upon guna. One guna, doesn't lead to losing tawfiq. But one guna after another, going on, doing it all the time, this decreases your tawfiq and takes it away. So when you take it away, what does it lead to? It leads to inclination in doing evil things. Yes, you are inclined more towards fun and frolic more than something that is serious or deen. You are inclined more towards that. So this is the first thing. The second thing is that a person who loses tawfiq, he lies easier. It's easy for him to lie. You see? So what happens? Lying becomes easier. And tawfiq means easy. Tawfiq means easy on the negative side. It means it's easy for me to lie now. To lie. Number three, hard time understanding divine knowledge. Whether it's ayat or hadith, it's very hard for you to understand anything. That's why you see they're always arguing with Maulanas. Maulana, what is this taqleed? I don't understand this taqleed. So you can't understand a concept that has been given to us by Ahlul Bayt. Why is that? Because you have lost tawfiq. There's no tawfiq that you have. Very less tawfiq. You don't understand it. Why? Why are you doing that? It's hard for them to understand it. They cannot comprehend it. They can't do this. Anything that Allah says, for example, He says something is wajib, and you're like, very hard for you to understand. Why is it hard for you to understand? It's not something hard, really. I mean, just explain it. Taqleed. What is taqleed? It means that to follow someone who knows. Is it hard? We do it every day. We do it every day in our life. We all follow someone or something who knows more than us. Our marja in our daily life is our GPS. GPS knows more than me, so I follow it. Whatever she is saying, you follow. What's her name? Amy or Jenny, whatever it is on GPS, the voice. Whatever she says, you follow it. It's called taqleed. That's what it's called. We do it every day in our life. Why is it so hard for you to understand? But the reason it's hard for you to understand is because Allah has taken tawfiq away from you. That's why it's hard. So number 3 thing, in the negative way that it affects, is we lose the ability to understand things that Allah has wanted us to do. And number 4 thing, the 4th thing that happens when you lose tawfiq is you lose the ability or the inclination to do good things, to go after spiritual pursuits. I know, a lot of people, they for example, went to Makkah to earn money, to go a job and all these things, lived there for 15 years, never did Hajj. And then what happened is that, at the end they were deported. They got deported. 15 years they lived in Makkah, didn't do Hajj. What is this called? Lack of tawfiq. You had the chance to do it. It was right there. Why didn't you do it? You see, when tawfiq goes away, it doesn't matter how close you are to the things. You lose the inclination to do anything that is spiritual. So this is what it is. Let me just read a hadith from Imam Ali alayhi salam, and we move forward. He said that tawfiq is happiness. Really, it is something that is happiness. It leads to happiness. And the opposite of tawfiq is called khizlan. Khizlan in Arabic. We don't use it, that's why, we don't know these words that well. Khizlan in Arabic, he says, it is from shaqawat. Shaqawat, it means someone who is treacherous. Someone who just has bad luck, misfortune. Very unfortunate is someone who doesn't have tawfiq. Really doesn't have tawfiq. Because tawfiq is something that Allah wants to give everyone. He gave it to everyone and He wants to increase it in everyone. He's not stopping from increasing, but we end up not taking advantage of that. Send the salawats. Let me read these 2 sides of tawfiq in the ayat of the Quran. Suratul Layl. Those who want to go and study can go and study this from Surah ayat number 5 to ayat number 10. Go and read it in the Quran. Let me read it for you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. فَأَمَّا مَنْ أَعْطَى وَاتَّقَى وَصَدَّقَ بِالْحُسْنَى فَسَيُنَسِّرُهُ لِلْيُسْرَى. Those who give and abstain from evil, and they give and accept the best deeds, to do the best deeds, they accept it, they do it, then what happens? We will facilitate them and make it easier for them to do it. So this, what Allah is saying, we will make it easy for you, is called tawfiq. We will make it easy for you to do it. This is the positive tawfiq. Then he says, وَأَمَّا مَنْ بَخَلَ وَاسْتَغْنَى. As for those who are stingy, and he thinks that he is free from Allah, he doesn't need Allah, وَكَذَّبَ بِالْحُسْنَى, and he rejects what is best, he doesn't do anything that's good, he rejects it and turns away from it. So he says, فَسَنُيَسِّرَهُ usra, then we will facilitate him. We will make it easy for him to be in difficulty. Yes, we will make it easy for him to fall into a ditch. He will fall into a ditch and we'll make it easy for him. He's making the ditch himself, but you know what? We'll make it easy for you. We'll take the floor from under your feet so you can fall better. Right? On your face. That's what we'll do. You see how Allah is approaching this. Look at this and it's so beautiful, and from here we understand this. Two sides of what is tawfiq. Really, my friends, understand this so that we know we want tawfiq from Allah. Shaheed al-Thani, I don't know if you ever heard the name Shaheed al-Thani. Shaheed al-Thani meaning the second Shaheed. He was one of the Maraji who lived in Lebanon. He was in jail and he became Shaheed in jail. Right? And he wrote a book called Sharhul Luma. Sharhul Luma is a fiqh book that he wrote in jail. Right? Luma was the book that Shaheed Awwal wrote. And meaning the first Shaheed. Shaheed Thani, the second Shaheed, wrote an explanation of Luma. Luma was written in blood of Shaheed Awwal. Shaheed Awwal did not have ink to write it, so he used his own blood to write the book in jail. Right? And Shaheed Thani wrote the explanation of that in jail, and he was killed in jail. Right? Sharh Luma. In that, he explains about who is a mujtahid. What qualifications does a mujtahid have? He's explaining that. And in explanation of that, he says he needs to know about ahkam, he needs to know about those ayat that relate to ahkam, he needs to be adil, he needs to be this and that. He goes through all those things, right? And at the end, he says, after having all of this, meaning he has knowledge, he has all of these things, after having all of these things, the most important thing he needs is tawfiq. Without tawfiq, even though he has all these things, he still cannot become a marja. He might have everything, but he cannot become a marja or a mujtahid unless he has tawfiq to do it. The ability, the superpower to do it. He needs that and increase that in him. That's how he gets it. Now, my friends, now that you know what tawfiq is and we all want it, how can we increase tawfiq? How can we increase tawfiq? Two simple things I will mention to you, and a third one that is the actual reason for increase of tawfiq or having more tawfiq. Send us salawats. My friends, very simple reasons I will mention, and it's from the hadith also. Three things I will mention, and that's it for today, right? How do you increase tawfiq and make this superpower stronger in you? How do you increase it? Number one, man hasanat niyatahu amaddahu tawfiq. This hadith from Imam Jafar as-Sadiq alayhi salam. And this is something we all understand and know. He says that anyone whose intentions is good, who has good intentions, then tawfiq will be a part of his forte. He will have tawfiq. Your intention has to be right. Your intention has to be right. Really, if you don't have good intentions, you don't get tawfiq. Tawfiq is only for those people who have good intentions. The first thing that you need to get tawfiq in yourself is to make sure that the intention that you have, the niyat that you have is good. Is really good. And I won't explain it. I'll explain it in the third one when it really comes down to it, right? The second thing that increases tawfiq, my friends, understand the second thing that increases tawfiq, he says, Mushawaratul aqil an-nasi yamunnu wa barakatun wa rushdun wa tawfiqun min Allah. He says the having an intelligent advisor is tawfiq from Allah. A lot of us are not able to maintain friendship with people who are intelligent, who can advise us in the best way possible. We don't keep that. We keep advisors that um, are just our friends because of stupid reasons. Either they're stupid or the reasons of friendship is stupid. We keep friends like that. A lot, you'll see that many people only keep friends if the friend praises them. If that person praises them, he is my best friend. Why? Because he praises me all the time. And so what happens when the time for advice comes, you're asking someone stupid for advice and you lose tawfiq. My friends, an intelligent person is not always friendly. In other words, he's not always trying to impress you or make you feel good. He sees things pragmatically. He sees things in a realistic way. And he will let you know the way it is. And this is the way it is. And it happens also. You will see, for example, some people will go to ulama with problems, and you know what they get in return? A taweez. An amulet, some sort of potion. I says, what is this? When people went to Rasulullah, is that what he gave them? Here, put this on your arm, you'll be fine. Right? Is that what he gave them? If people went to Imam Ali, you really think that that's what he was up to? Why didn't they do that if that is the case? You go to Allah and say, here, do this. Instead of trying to explain to people reality of what they're facing, what's going on in their life, instead of helping them come to realization and terms with the difficulty that they're living in, and telling them that this is the way for your greatness. If Allah is what you have is from Allah. You can't run away from it. Your greatness and your growth is in this. They don't like such ulama. He has no answer. So the person who gives you a potion, that's an answer. Really, this is how sad it is. When you want to go to someone for advice and someone wants to give you advice, he should be realistic with you and tell you the way it is, even if it makes you feel bad. Even if it makes you feel worse. I'm sorry, it makes you feel worse, but you know what? This is reality. Come to reality. I don't want you to live in a dream world and find out when it's too late. That's not being a helper. That's why tawfiq is from people who are sincere that way. When you have an advisor like that, when you maintain friendship with an advisor who's like that with you, who's honest and truthful to the point of it being difficult to bear. That's where tawfiq comes from. You want to increase tawfiq, keep friends like that. And you will see that your tawfiq will increase. If you surround yourself with, sycophants, or what we call chamche, these people, really, that doesn't help. It takes away your tawfiq. Second way to increase tawfiq is to make sure that you surround yourself with advisors that are truthful and honest and realistic with you and tell you how things are the way it is. That's how you increase your tawfiq. Second reason, right? The third thing that helps, one ayat, let me read it for you. This is the ayat about Shu'aib. You know about Shu'aib, Prophet Shu'aib? The Arab prophet, known as the Arab prophet. He was one of the only prophets in the Quran that's an Arab prophet. All the prophets are non-Arabs. Ibrahim, non-Arab. Hud, non-Arab. Ismail, not an Arab. Sorry, the only Arab prophet is Shu'aib in the Quran. He is from the Arab tribe. Shu'aib. And so Shu'aib, the Arab prophet, he was, when you look at it, he spoke to his people, and in that conversation he says this. He says, Inna uridu illa al-islah mastata'tu. He says that the only thing I desire is to do islah. To do islah. And wama tawfiqi illa billah. And there's no tawfiq except from Allah. My tawfiq is only from Allah. So here he gives us two things he mentions here. Two things. Right? Actually three, but I'll just mention two things in this ayat that is important for having tawfiq. The reason it's important is because when you are going through life right now, if you have tawfiq, you will see that your life will be easy. Difficulties in life will be easy to deal with, and you can achieve greatness without any problems. It is like a superpower. It makes you, for example, I don't know how you eat one of those super pills, in a game, and then you become invisible and you can just walk through enemies' lines, without any problem or getting hurt. It's like that. That's like having tawfiq. You can go through any type of difficulties and go through it without getting harmed. So we want that. Two things that it is mentioned in the Quran, I want to mention this to you. Number one is irada. Irada. Irada means, again, coming back to intention. When you intend to do something. Friends, most of our work, most of the things that we do that is in our choice and ikhtiyar is in irada. Irada is not from Allah. We intend. I want to go for Hajj. I want to go for the ziyarat of Imam Hussain. I want to keep the majlis of Imam Hussain. I want to learn Islam. I want to learn this book. I make the intention. When I make the intention and I intend to do something, then that step that you take, then the natural reaction to that is that Allah is going to take steps towards you to facilitate that. How many of us wake up making an intention to do good? Most of us wake up without any intention. Again, I am up. Another day, another boring day. Let's get through it. Where's my antidepressant pills? And you take that. Really, we don't make any intention. Why not every morning we make the intention that Allah, today I want to achieve this. Today I want to do this. Today I want to do something for your deen, something for your cause. Today I want to do something that's going to help me grow. Why aren't we making this irada and this intention every day when we wake up? Because we are oblivious. And so now, why would Allah give you anything when you don't want it? Why would Allah give you anything? He wants to give you. We don't make the intention. So first, my friends, make the intention. And here's the secret now. Once you make the intention, the secret is the stronger the intention, the more tawfiq you get. You understand this principle? Yes, I made an intention to do good, but my intention is like this. Oh, let's see if I can do something good today. If it comes around my way by accident, I'll do it, Or if I really make the intention that is serious. That is serious intention that really I want to do this. See, now my friends, if you understand the difference between these two intentions, the difference between us and Ahlul Bayt lies here. We make intention to do good also, but it's not as strong nor as serious as Imam Hussein's intention. That's the difference. That's why Allah gives him more tawfiq and gives us less. Because our intention to do good is weak. He said, if that's your intention, okay, that's the amount of power you're looking for, I give it to you. There, go. So if something comes along our way that we can do good, we'll do it. If a homeless person comes over here to us, a transient, sorry. The new word transient. If a transient comes across us, you know, we will give him a dollar bill, but that too lengthwise, just to keep him away from us, so you don't get any disease or something. Right? But we did the good deed. We gave him a dollar. That's it. But really, if you really look at it, if you make a strong intention, then you know what? It really gives you the tawfiq to do great things, to do amazing things. This is the difference, my friends. You want tawfiq and you want this superpower, make your intentions stronger, more serious. Go to sleep thinking of them. In the morning, wake up with an actual intention, like you would do when you're waking up for an interview for a job that you really want. You go to sleep praying for it. When you wake up, you make the intention, I want this. Don't you? Just like that, you need to make the intention. And the second thing that he said is Islah. Islah, my friends, means to do reform. Now, I will mention this next time we meet. I will not mention it now. Islah is the second thing that you need to do in order to get tawfiq. Right? To do Islah, to reform, to cause reform, to do reform. And we will leave it at that. So, the main topic was tawfiq. Tawfiq is a power that Allah gives. It makes us a superhuman when we increase that tawfiq inside of us. A person who's a superhuman becomes when he has tawfiq from Allah. It is like an invisible shield that protects you from wrong and helps you to do great things and make great achievements. It's tawfiq. And that tawfiq increases when you make intentions to do good, and that tawfiq will become more if your intentions are stronger and more serious. That is a synopsis of our speech today. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the tawfiq and the blessing to be on the right path, the wisdom to understand His guidance, hasten the reappearance of our Imam, make us His helper when He comes. Wa akhir da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. All right, any questions? Okay, again, tawfiq is the power that Allah gives us to make it easier for us to do good things and makes it easier for us to stay away from bad things. It is that power that we have. For example, one person has the power to do good things more than others. He just does it. Why? Because tawfiq. That's tawfiq. So when you want to make it easier for yourself to do good things, you're asking Allah for tawfiq. When you want to make it easier for you to abstain from evil things, you're asking what from Allah? Tawfiq. Tawfiq is that which makes you do that. It is the ability or the power that Allah gives you. So this is what it is. Yes?
So basically the tawfiq, is this the same thing like tawfiq and the blessings, or is it different?
No, blessings are different. Blessings is, it comes in the rizq of Allah. When Allah gives rizq, He gives barakatun fil rizq. He gives blessings in our rizq, meaning our rizq is more useful for us, is more advantageous for us. Some rizq has a lot of barakat, some rizq has less barakat. For example, the dua that Abdullah made, the father of Rasulullah, made in Arafat, Allah, gave him a drink of water. That drink of water became the seed of Rasulullah. And so in that drink of water, Allah put so much barakat that this came out of it. So that's what it means. That's the meaning of barakat. Tawfiq is, again, the ability that we have to do good things easier. Not to do good things, but to do things easier. Meaning it's easy for me to do it. It's not hard. I mean, you see some people, they have no difficulties in doing, for example, any work for the masjid. They have no difficulties. You know, why is that? I mean, don't they have families? Don't they have things to do at home? Don't they have these things? Well, they do, but they just have more tawfiq. Yes.
I think the question is more like how do you relate something to an English word so that even if you try to explain it to your kids, they understand that.
Yes, that's why I'm using the word power, superpower. It is superpower. It is what it is. Tawfiq is superpower, that you get from Allah. That's why it comes from Allah. Allah gives you that power to do great things. Maybe in Old English there might be words that have been used in in a more divine sense, but that's basically nowadays you will use it for. It's like a superpower that Allah gives you when you say, "May Allah give you the power to do this." The ability, all of those things put together. Yes.
I think one of the first and common ways for people to have understanding and translate it would have been like divine understanding. It's not just understanding, but it's like you mentioned on the third part. It's that divine, that deeper understanding.
Yeah.
Tawfiq.
It's a divine power. You have a divine power. Sometimes you see that some people in very extreme situations get this immense power to do things. For example, I read about a story about this person who was in, where a tree fell down on a kid. Here in America, a tree fell down on a kid. This man that was there just in that moment just felt the need to do this, to move that tree, and he actually moved the tree himself, and they came and said, "This tree, you need a crane to move it." How did you get it off, He said, "I don't know." This is called tawfiq, power that comes. It's a power. Yes, so understanding is one part of it, but power, this divine ability that you get.
Wouldn't you say that it's almost sort of an ability or a capability,
Yes.
but you will differentiate it from hidayat, which is a guidance?
No, hidayat is something else. That's guidance, right? Guidance, hidayat is something else. But tawfiq is, again, the ability to do good things easier. That it's easy for me to do it. Don't worry, I'll get it done. Imam Ali had tawfiq. Whenever the Prophet had a challenging task for every one of his companions, Imam Ali had no problem in doing it. Everyone was scratching their head thinking that, should I or should I not? Let's step back. They didn't want to do it because they didn't have tawfiq, that power, that ability to do things easier.
So ilham and the tawfiq is the same thing. Ilham.
No, ilham is something else. Ilham means inspiration, an idea that comes from you, from Allah. An idea that will help you if you act on it.
Okay, so in nutshell, in your speech, you said number one, it has to be intention.
Yes, intention
Number
and
two, and they have intelligence advisors. So
meaning having and maintaining friends and advisors that are intelligent.
so this is up to you to keep the good friends, which are like.
Yes, with those people that are honest with you and truthful with you.
And number third, you said is reform. So reform. I mean, if you can elaborate a little more, like how you reform yourself.
No, that's what I'll do next time.
And number four, you said irada or intention, and take this step to good, and then Allah will come and help you to take this step.
Yes,
That's in nutshell. That's like four things you have to do
yes,
in order to have a more tawfiq, right?
yes. To have tawfiq from Allah, yes. Okay, anyone else? I think that would. Okay, yes. Also, next week, we do not have a program. I will not be here. We don't have a program next week. So we skip next week, 4th of July weekend. We're off. Right? And so everyone is going here and there. Next week, we don't have a program. We start the next week after that. The week after that, we will start up again. Right? On the 13th of July. Or is it 13th? Or 12th? 13th, right? Yeah, it is 13th. So inshallah, just Please keep that in mind. 13th July will start up. Next week we don't have a program here. We'll let you know also through WhatsApp, right? Next week we don't have a program. Let everyone know that, and the week after that we'll restart our program. All right? Inshallah, that's it. So we will end over here. Let's do our ziyarat. السلام عليك يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله يا خير خلق الله ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله يا ابن رسول الله يا حسين أيها الشهيد بكربلاء ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا صاحب العصر والزمان. السلام عليك إمام إمام الإنس والجان. أجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل الله تعالى مخرجك وظهورك. السلام عليكم جميع المعصومين ورحمة الله وبركاته. اللهم صل.
Thank you.